Hey, what's up, guys? I hope you guys are having a good one. In today's video, we are finally going to be tackling the problem that I've had with the Hyundai for probably a month and a half now, and I'm finally about to get this thing addressed. Um, as you probably see by the title, we are going to be basically taking out the transmission out of Rosie. I kind of have started already. So basically the torque converter failed and I got a check engine light for the code and it's been whining. I'll pull up a clip and I'll show you guys like how it sounds like. But but yeah, it's whining extremely bad. Rev hang is pretty bad. And yeah, so we're gonna be tackling this. It's gonna be raining this whole week. Um the reason why I'm deciding to doing it now is because Sylvie the TL getting some very heavy maintenance done. I would tackle it myself, but I have to take care of this, and I don't want to have to do because it just hit 100k miles, so it has to the it needs a new timing belt, water pump, and needs to get the valve adjusted. I finally found someone that I could trust to work on my car for that, so I would tackle it myself, but as of right now, I'm kind of like on a time crunch, and I I don't want to tackle something I'm not like used to, at least not yet. I know I'm more than capable of doing it, but as of right now, that's like my only transportation, and I'm gonna be getting the Hyundai back up so I could have it like on standby in case if I need to get it to go to work and stuff. But on that note, I need to show you guys the new transmission. Well, new to me. This has been arrived since I think like the second week of March, and it's been sitting in my garage for God knows how long. Um, it it did come from Ontario, Canada, but it does have about 70k on the dot, as you could probably see. This is surface rust. I mean, nothing crazy, but I did get it from LKQ, which um, they're pretty popular when it comes to pull aparts and stuff like that. But clip, I'm basically gonna be taking out the axles so I could go get my new replacements because since I'm not gonna be having the TL for the couple days, I'm gonna be basically getting the stuff that I need. And I'm also going to be doing this the proper way. I'm also going to be getting a transmission jack. It would just be a good investment just to have. It'd probably be a little overkill. I could probably just do it with like 2 jacks. But might as well just buy one uh, transmission jack and have it for a very long time of my lifespan. But no, I do want to just. I am in no responsibility for anyone that decides to tackle this job. I'm basically gonna just be going through the process. This is not a full depth tutorial because this is going to be my first time ever dropping the trains on this car. Well, this is the only. Well, this will be the second transmission I ever drop in my entire lifespan. I'm not a professional mechanic. I do just watch. I'm just like a YouTube mechanic. I kind of just visualize what people do and try to help myself to save myself some money. But on that note, make sure you have your car fully as high as it could possibly be and fully secured. As you can see, I have 4 jacks. I'm going to be putting the front wheels in the bottom, so I'll have more than enough. I'm also, while outside, I'm going to be having a jack holding the car like underneath. God forbid. Better be safe than sorry. And also make sure you chalk off your rear wheel. Well, if you have a lift, this would also be a bit easier for anyone that does. But I'm not gonna be yapping much longer. I'm gonna just show you guys when I have the axles out, and I'm also going to be draining the transmission fluid on this, on the old trans, so it'll be a bit easier to a little bit less weight on it, instead of having like the full weight to it. I'm gonna drain it before, when it's time to give the TL away, I'll start taking the transmission out of this. Make sure I have the transmission fluid. From what I saw on Google and also the owner's manual, this car takes about 8 to 10 quarts of ATF. So I'm going to be getting it from the dealership, so I can also have like receipts of it. But on that note, I'm going to take the wheels off, like a 21 mil. Gonna just need some might need an impact to take off the axle nuts, depending on how seized they are for you. I've replaced the axles on this car maybe like so many times that I kind of just know it on the back of my head. But I just saw a new method that I'm going to be trying. Instead of basically taking the bolt off the fork or off the strut assembly, I'm going to just be disconnecting the lower ball joint from the fork and just separating it, and then taking like a pry bar or a crow's foot or a crow's neck and putting it in between the axle and pulling it out, so I could, obviously take the axles out. But enough of me yapping. Let me just get to the process. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's gonna be a little long one, but I'm gonna take you guys along the journey with me while I do this shit. But yeah, should be pretty interesting. I'll be back when I have the wheels off underneath the car and start disconnecting the lower ball joints, which mostly is like 17 or 19 mil if you have an aftermarket one. It's between 17 and 19, and then axle nuts 32 mil. Either you could take it off with a breaker bar or impact. I have an impact, thankfully, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, get back to you guys once I get this. Hey, what's up, guys? So I got the axles out. Driver's side, passenger. So basically, it will be a little rusty for the axle nut. So I definitely do recommend you either get a very powerful impact, like I was able to do it with a 3/8 with a 1/2 inch adapter. You will definitely need a pry bar, which this was my choice. I had this for about a couple years now. Got it from Harbor Freight, of course, because why not? So right now, passenger and driver side axles are out. So now the next thing I'm going to be doing is basically just draining out the old transmission fluid out of this, which the drain plug is going to be a 24 millimeter. I don't care about the fill plug because I'm really pulling this out, that in. So there's really no point of trying to, transmission shot. I'll definitely post a clip of how it's sounding like. So yeah. Now that I got my axles out, I'm gonna get a 24 millimeter, either a 1/2 inch or a 3/8 socket. Crack that thing open. You have a dream pan. You could obviously recycle it and be a good boy and take it to your local auto parts store and get it recycled and keep the environment clean. Without further ado, I'm gonna start draining this. Just gotta find my 24 millimeter sock from there. Alright, so let's get this thing drained. Ooh. Oh. I am so curious to wonder how this food's gonna look. this is gonna be. Mind you guys, before the torque converter went bad, I had changed the trans fluid. I think like 3,000-ish miles. Man, I am so fucking curious right now. We are about to find out on how bad. Oh yeah, that's done. Oh shit. But as you can see, yeah. You can see all the metal shavings on this thing. You see all that metal? That's all metal. So, yeah, this trans is done. Once you see metal shavings like that, forget it. Forget about it. Oh my. Woo. Hey, what's up guys? So it's currently the next day. So, in this part, we're basically taking off everything from the top portion. So the intake, you probably would have the stock intake box, battery tray, and move the ECU to the back. So without any further ado, I'm going to basically just take all this out so I have more access to the trans, like the top portion of the trans. You can probably see about the shift cable and stuff. Obviously, like the cable, the transmission cooler lines, you know, that and the third, the connector, and some little stuff I see. So without any further, let me just knock this out really quick, and I'll come back once I have everything off. Hey, what's up? Right now, everything is basically off on top of the trans is disconnected, besides obviously the mount, which is right here. But yeah, majority everything is disconnected, so all I would basically just need to do now is just unbolt the bell house, unbolt those. But before I would do any of that, I would have to take this cover off, and there's like a oh jeez, yeah, there's like a cover that covers the flywheel, and you'll have to take like a couple flywheel bolts off, and the bottom, and that would basically be it, besides taking off, unbolting the trans, and mount, obviously secure also besides, you know, making sure that the motor is, you know, not gonna fall or anything. I'm gonna end up taking like a jack. I'm gonna end up taking my jack and like a jack stand, or maybe take two wheels, stack them together, put a piece of wood underneath so it cushions the oil pan, and use the emergency jack to jack to hold the motor. I have like two ways I could go about it, but the trans, it will basically it's basically ready to come out. Besides just unbolting the mount, just unbolting the bolts that mate the trans to the motor, and also just the flywheel bolts. So yeah, this is kind of crazy, honestly. I wasn't expecting I would ever be doing this, but that's how the coils look like. Mind you, that's just one winter. Despite, yes, I've not washed the car, but you could just see how bad us we get salt here. But yeah, so I'll come back to you guys when I have the the transmission, uh the transmission jack and everything, you know, getting ready to pull the transmission out. It's kind of crazy even say that, but don't believe it. But hey, what's up, guys? So I just wanted to just show you guys like what I've done since the last time, or since the last clip. So basically I took this mount off, and I was having an extremely hard time of trying to trying to get these bolts out, but it was a pain in the butt. But thankfully for this, I was able to snap it right off. As you can see, fucking rust from the 5-wheel bolts after getting the covers off. So there's a couple 12s, 4 here, and then one that holds this. But yeah, I just acquired a new tool. I got an M12 high output impact ratcheting wrench. So whatever my TikTok ratchet can't break off, this would do it. So definitely gonna put it to good use. I bought it with the intentions of breaking these bolts off. Oh shit. Of breaking these out. That's on the flywheel. But when I was trying to put it between the oil pan to break it loose, I couldn't even fit because the head of the M12 is so gargantuan. Excuse me. But yeah, that's it for today. Tomorrow is gonna basically be undoing the bell housing bolts and taking this passenger side motor mount off and strapping it with the newly acquired transmission jack, because this thing is 200 pounds, and I don't think that jack would be able to hold that. But right now I'm going to be carless for maybe like a day or two, because I'm going to be getting some preventative maintenance done for the TL. I would do it myself, but I just don't have the time to do it right now. Getting valve covers, spark plug grommets, and new grommets for the bolts. That's the parts number for the Velcro. And then I also got an Arison timing kit. So basically, water pump, timing belt, the hydraulic tensioner bearing, and the idle bearing. And yeah, that's gonna be going thing. Gonna have to drop it off in a little. So that's the whole reason why I'm trying to get this transmission in from here to here. But yeah, hopefully this video does not get too long, because I'm doing this in like very increment clips from like each day that I can. But I will see you guys in the next clip when I'm gonna be basically yanking this thing off. So yeah, everything is basically everything's disconnected. Only thing stopping is just the bell housing bolts and this thing right here. So yeah, I will see you guys when that happens. Hey, what's up, guys? So finally got the transmission out, and I have the jack with the with a 2x4 cushioning the oil pan, and I have the jack stand underneath the jack in case the jack decides to somehow release the tension off that's will be able to hold it in case if that fails. So yeah, my biggest complaint was not having really anywhere to like strap this. I probably could have strapped it if I had the trans jack like the opposite way, and then I would basically be able to strap it. Like, let's say that I had to strap it from there and then go like to this side. So let's say that this strap was like around this instead of it being like that. But since that the transmission was obviously bolted there was no way for me to put this around here so when I am putting that in, going to basically put the strap on the opposite side. So as I roll the transmission underneath, I could essentially put it to actually strap it and have it. Just make sure that you don't like break your shims, which are right there. That basically that thing, oh my god, that thing right there. You just want to be careful and make sure that you do not bend those, because if you bend those, then you're not gonna have but when I was taking the transmission out, I'm gonna post a picture right now. It inverter did not come off with the transmission. It had basically was still on the input shaft, or the crankshaft. Yeah, it was still in there. So yeah, that's basically that. But so as of right now, I just gotta take this transmission off the jack, off the trans jack, and somehow get that trans onto here. So I basically have to clean all of this up because this garage is a fucking mess. Jeez. Yeah, the hardest part is done. So now it's just basically reverse. And when I was unbolting this, there's 9 bolts perimetering around the circle, and I only had 8 to take off. So, but as you can see, my my seal was actually going bad. So it's a good thing that I mean, realistically, I could just get this rebuilt. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing with this, but yeah, as of right now, the torque converter was the cause for me to have to pull this whole thing off, and I bought a trans that supposedly has 70k on it, on that torque converter. So realistically, all I would just need to do, if I ever for some reason have to put this transmission in another car or something, I would just need a new torque converter. Then I might just end up getting it rebuilt, like a built trans for this thing. So I'm not sure, but as of right now, I just want to get this thing back up and running again. But yeah, I never thought I would ever have to pull the transmission out of this thing. I did it for that, but for this thing, I was not expecting. But then again, this car has 250,000 miles, so I got 250,000 miles off the OEM converter, so I have to give that some credit. So, with that being said, I'm going to somehow get the new trans onto the trans jack and try to bolt it up at least. But I might need some assistance, but I'll see. I mean, I was able to take the transmission off by myself, so go from there. Hey, what's up, guys? So it's currently like a couple days later, and I just wanted to show you guys that Rosie's back. This was like the first drive I've done so far, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous, but transmission is running. It's basically all back together. I'm gonna give this thing like a wash, and if I had to rate this on a scale of like 1 to 10, I'll probably give this like a 6.5. Like, it's not too hard, but it's also not easy. I mean, it's pretty common sense to do. I mean, all of this is just a couple bolts, nuts, and you know, just the space and the time to do it. But yeah, I'm gonna just give this thing a well-deserved wash. So no, it's probably been since February since I last driven this car, since it's last, and it's now out in public. So yeah. On that note, give this thing a wash. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't like anything like serious, but I just wanted to, you know, tag you guys along with me on this journey, because this was only like my second transmission job I've ever done. So I think we did pretty good. Definitely gonna go back and, you know, after driving it for some time, to retorque all the bolts, you know, just to make sure that they don't move, and also take like a paint marker and like mark the bolt, so if it backs out, then I know then it backed out, or it was loosened. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.